Hello, I'm Samantha Chambers, and in this video I'm going to read a series of drama by Michelle P. Chambers, The Imposter. The woman who had nursed me through childhood illnesses, both minor and major, who I, certain in the knowledge that she was my mother, had called mother from my earliest memories, had proven to be nothing other than an imposter. An imposter, well, that is what I had called her, but what did I know then? 7 years old, confused and afraid. A death had resulted in this revelation, a death that, in its aftermath, had introduced me to a young woman reinstating herself as my mother. Only then was I told, without explanation, that the woman who had loved and cherished me for those first 7 years, and who now faced charges of manslaughter, was in fact my grandmother. No time to grieve, no time to cry. There simply wasn't time or room enough in my new life for either. Out with the old and in with the new, and as quickly as possible. Sometimes I wonder if my grandmother hadn't committed the deed, would my mother have returned for me out of her own volition, rather than through circumstance? Perhaps then my relationship with her wouldn't have been based on anxiety and fear. Had my grandmother not taken a life, my life wouldn't have become what it was, unhappy and lonely. Or perhaps it would have, later on. A truth such as this has a way of always surfacing, but with the benefit of hindsight, later, in my case, would have been definitely better. At my tender age, I was unable and unprepared to cope with death, on top of which being thrust and being expected to assimilate into another's family. And from my mother, my real mother that is, I could expect everything but a loving, warm, or understanding home. Now that I'm older, I can appreciate the predicament my mother faced. Hers, too, is a compelling story, and to be able to understand and have reasons for her attitude towards me has made me, ironically, quite protective of her. It took time and distance for us to grow as close as we have now become, and I can't help but regret the lost years between us, when we were not mother and daughter. But to give us a chance, and for the sake of the mother and daughter relationship we now share, I leave the past where it belongs, in the past. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, then please check out this video where I read a series of drama by Michelle P. Chambers, The Tragedy. Again, thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!